I want to give a lesson today about the double jeopardy clause, which is in the United States Constitution, and it essentially bans the government for prosecuting people twice for the exact same crime. The idea being, they can't keep going back and trying again because the first jury didn't work. At some point, if you're charged with a crime and they don't get a conviction, you get to walk away. Now, if there's a hung jury, that is, they cannot decide, there's some reason why the jury just couldn't reach a decision, you can get a second jury against you because there was no ruling. It wasn't like the government got their chance to present their evidence, you got your due process, the case goes away. The reason this is important is because of the Mar-a-Lago case. Remember, Donald Trump was charged in Florida with violations of the Espionage Act for allegedly taking classified information illegally, and then also for obstruction of justice, for squirreling it away, hiding it, allegedly telling people to destroy videotape evidence that has been moved around, kind of duping the FBI. One of his lawyers falsely stated that they'd returned everything, all of that. Okay, why does this relate to the double jeopardy clause? Well, Donald Trump moved to throw out the entire indictment in Mar-a-Lago, claiming that the Espionage Act is just too vague, that the statute itself is unconstitutionally blurry and mushy, and that it should not be allowed to be used against him. The judge last week, this judge that was appointed by Donald Trump, denied that motion, disagreed with Donald Trump. No, I will not toss out the indictment on that basis. Bye-bye, Donald Trump. Victory for the government, victory for Jack Smith, not so fast. Remember the double jeopardy clause, okay? So what she said to Donald Trump is, you can raise this during trial. I'll revisit it. I'll think again. Maybe, actually, on second thought, I will agree that the Espionage Act is too vague and the whole thing should be dismissed. Why this is a win potentially for Donald Trump is once the jury is impaneled and is sitting and listening to evidence in the middle of trial, if she dismisses the case then, and the case is over, then he cannot be retried under the double jeopardy clause. Then the case goes away, meaning it can't even be appealed to the Court of Appeals. So if she dismisses it on a bogus argument, which, it's a stretch to say the Espionage Act is unconstitutionally vague, then the case is over forever. If she had dismissed it last week, there would be no jury yet, so the government could appeal it to the 11th Circuit and get her reversed. In other words, there's a concern she's gaming the process for Donald Trump, that she's bulletproofing it, that she's checkmating it, that she's signaling to him, bring this not so strong motion back once the jury's sitting here, then I'll grant it. And then you are insulated from any appeals. The government's case is over because I would have effectively have ruled for you after the jury is impaneled. So the Constitution's double jeopardy clause would forbid the government from coming back on the Espionage Act a second time after they got a reversal on appeal. I know that's a lot to take in, but the bottom line is, you got to vote, friends. I just don't see either of the January 6th case or the Mar-a-Lago case coming to verdict prior to November. It's possible, but it's vanishingly slim. It's really hard to get judges kicked off of a case for conflict of interest, for forcing her to recuse. So I don't think that's a possibility. We should just hope that she does the right thing? Big question mark. Anyway, thanks for listening.